Hello you guys, so today I'm gonna share with you my ultimate gooey and sticky chocolate cake recipe. Now I know I already shared with you my go-to chocolate cake recipe, but this one is all about that intense chocolate flavor and that gooey texture. It is heavenly. If you know any chocolate lovers, you should definitely share this video with them, or even better, make them this cake. That being said, let's get started and let's make this. So I'm using both white and brown sugar today. You can use all white or all brown. I didn't have enough of either, so I had to do a mixture of both. If you decide to do that as well, just try to combine the two as best you can. To my sugar, I'm going to add all my dry ingredients. So this isn't your traditional cake recipe, but it's going to come together quite quickly. You will see. Give everything a good mix. Don't worry if there's still some lumps of brown sugar because we're going to add some hot milk and coffee in just a moment, so they will dissolve. At this point, add everything else, so your egg, your melted butter, or oil if you prefer. I'm going to roughly mix everything before adding my hot liquids. The reason we're adding hot milk is because the amount of cocoa powder we're using today is a lot. This recipe contains very little flour, and to make it easier to mix and to dissolve all that cocoa powder, we really need that hot liquid, and it will also bring out that cocoa flavor even more. You're going to transfer your batter into a buttered and floured cake pan lined with parchment paper. You can use a round pan if you prefer, and you're going to bake your cake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. Do the toothpick test. If it comes out clean, you'll know your cake is ready. Let it cool for 5 minutes in its pan, and then you can turn it over and let it cool completely. I just want to show you guys how moist this cake is. I mean, it almost looks wet, right? This is already really good as is, but we're gonna take it a step further. Of course, I'm gonna show you how to make a chocolate caramel syrup to soak your cake with. This is what is going to make your cake all sticky and gooey, along with the frosting, obviously. In my saucepan, I have some sugar. I'm going to add my water. Now, if you want a basic chocolate simple syrup, let the sugar dissolve, bring it to a boil, and then turn it off. However, I want a thicker syrup, which is going to be all nice and sticky. So I'm going to let mine cook for about 5 minutes on a low flame. We're not looking for it to become an amber color. We're not making caramel, but we do want some of the water to evaporate. So after 5 minutes, turn off your stove and stir in your cocoa powder. The hot sugar will instantly dissolve the cocoa powder. Congratulations, you've just made chocolate syrup. You can put this on ice cream, guys. It is so good. But we're gonna use it for our cake. Strain this in a heat-proof safe bowl. It's still runny, I know, but as it cools in the fridge, it will thicken up and become this delicious chocolatey syrup. Now, regarding the frosting, I'm going to make a chocolate ganache. I feel it's the most decadent chocolate frosting, and since this is a gooey, rich chocolate lover's cake, chocolate ganache is the way to go for me. I've just heated up some cream. When it comes to a simmer, pour it over your chocolate, let it stand for about 30 seconds, and then mix, and it will become this beautiful glossy cream. It will thicken up as it sits, so just let it sit for about 20 minutes. I'm going to trim off the edges of my cake. This is not necessary, guys, but I felt like doing it. Since I'm not going to be frosting the entire cake, I really want some clean, soft edges. But, you know, it's up to you. Poke some holes with a toothpick in your cake and spoon over that delicious chocolate caramel. Now, the recipe I'm giving you makes quite a decent amount of chocolate syrup. It's up to you how much you want to add. However, I don't recommend you add more than 5-6 tablespoons to your cake because this cake is already really moist as is. The caramel is not meant to soften your cake, guys. It's just meant to give you that sticky texture, okay? So add some, but not a lot. add your chocolate ganache. This cake is going to be so delicious, guys. Now, this is not a good layer cake. It's way too fragile. It's not going to hold up. That's why we just made one layer. And I really do not recommend you stack this. Cut yourself a slice or two. The first slice is always not the prettiest one for me. It's okay. I did spoon more of that chocolate caramel on top. I didn't show this, but I highly suggest you add a little more on top. Drop everything you're doing, guys, and make this cake. You have to make it now, especially if you are somebody that loves chocolate desserts. This one is for you. The texture is soft and gooey and sticky. Anything you would want in a chocolate cake. So yeah, that's how I make my ultimate chocolate cake. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up for me and please subscribe. I publish a new video every Friday. I will leave in the description box below for you guys my social media links, so you should definitely follow me there as well, especially on my Instagram, because that's where I post all my baking creations and pictures. So yeah, if you do make this cake or any of my desserts, please send me your pictures. I would love to see them. You can do the hashtag #EmmasGoodies. That way it's easy for me to find your pictures. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Friday. Bye!